Hello, everybody, and thank you for tuning in to the weekly report. President Trump should return to an American first foreign policy. After 4 years of unnecessarily confrontational foreign policy under President Biden, Americans elected Donald Trump in part for his promise to put America first at home and overseas. He promised a war-weary America that he would start no new wars and would get us out of the existing ones. 8 months into his second administration, it appears his promise remains to be fulfilled as his approval rating continues to slip. On Ukraine, President Trump wisely observed coming into office that the conflict is Joe Biden's war, not his own. Unfortunately, he could not resist the temptation to get involved in the conflict, even under the guise of peacemaker. I've often said that getting out of conflicts overseas is not that complicated. We should just come home. Even when there are no troops involved, just come home means disengage from the conflict. But President Trump wants to play referee in the war while arming and supporting one side. Is it any wonder he is making no progress in ending the war? Likewise with Israel and Gaza, Trump's promise to put America first has faltered. President Biden put Americans on the hook for additional billions of dollars to support Israel's action in Gaza without even a word about the slaughter and destruction. As more Americans become disgusted by Israel's obliteration of the property and population of that tiny strip of land, Trump shows no signs of shifting from Biden's approach. More money and more weapons are sent as starvation claims more and more children each day. Trump has reportedly remarked to a donor that his own base is turning against him because of his Israel policy. Yet he refuses to alter course and just come home. Trump has even returned to the failed Latin American policy of his first administration in last week's move toward a military confrontation with oil-rich Venezuela. Trump sent 2 warships and 4,000 U.S. troops to the waters near Venezuela under the highly suspect accusation that the country's president is actually head of an international drug cartel. He should have learned from the almost comical recognition of Juan Guaido as the real president of Venezuela in his first term that meddling in that country is not in America's interest. It seems the neocons around him, including warhawk Marco Rubio, are sucking him into another unnecessary conflict. Add in Trump's military attacks on Yemen and Iran, and the balance sheet thus far does not point to an American first foreign policy. There is still time for President Trump to change course and fulfill his promise to the American people. Put Ukraine and Russia on notice that from this point on, the U.S. is withdrawing from any role in the conflict. Let the Europeans work it out if they feel it is in their interests. Getting us out of NATO is also a good idea. End U.S. financial and military support for an Israel that cannot seem to get along with its neighbors. Perhaps without the U.S. backstopping Israel's warmongering, the country and its leadership would start to reflect on the wisdom of starting wars without multiple countries and its neighborhood. Stop trying to overthrow Venezuela's Maduro and everyone else the neocons have placed on the hit list. End all sanctions and open up trade instead. Maduro's failed socialist economic policy will be his undoing. not American sanctions or sable rattling. America first above all means just come home. It's that simple. Thanks for listening.